Hi, I'm Norm Lewis.
I'm Sierra Boggess.
I'm Jeremy Hayes.
And you're watching the Broadway.com show.
Welcome to the Broadway.com show, your weekly guide to everything happening on the Great White Way. Or as we like to think of it, the only place that won't judge you for spending $10,000 on an Idina Menzel ice sculpture for your Tony party. Let's get started with the news. What's the buzz, Beth?
It's going to be good to see her, isn't it? Yes, Kristin Chenoweth is officially coming back to Broadway. The Tony winner is starring opposite Peter Gallagher in On the 20th Century. The long-awaited revival is set to open at the American Airlines Theater next March. Unfortunately, that means the Roundabout had to shift the Andrea Martin-led Noises Off to the fall. But that's a small price to pay to see the wicked popular star back where she belongs.
Hedwig star Neil Patrick Harris was honored with the Distinguished Performance Award at the 80th Annual Drama League Awards on May 16th, beating out a total of 50 acting nominees for the honor. The starry event at the Marriott Marquis also celebrated All the Way, A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder, The Glass Menagerie, and Hedwig and the Angry Inch and its production categories. Will all these Drama League winners turn into Tony winners? Stay tuned.
Tony and Emmy winner Glenn Close will return to Broadway for the first time in 20 years alongside Tony and Emmy winner John Lithgow in a revival of Edward Albee's Pulitzer Prize-winning drama A Delicate Balance. The two stars will play a married couple trying to keep their sanity during a dysfunctional family reunion. Directed by Tony winner Pam McKinnon and also starring Martha Plimpton, Lindsay Duncan, Bob Balaban, and Claire Higgins, A Delicate Balance begins at the Golden Theatre in October.
London's new Miss Saigon opens in the West End on May the 21st and is eyeing a transfer to the Great White Way. Directed by Lawrence Connor, who also helmed the recently opened revival of Les Mis on Broadway, the tuna could return to New York as soon as next year. It just needs a theatre large enough to house an epic love story set in 1975 during the final days of the American occupation of Saigon. We're sure that if anyone can find a venue, the show's mega producer Cameron McIntosh can.
Great news for all you aspiring guitarists aged 10 and under. The long-awaited musical adaptation of the 2003 movie School of Rock is taking a detour. Although the new musical by Andrew Lloyd Webber was initially aiming to open in London before hitting the US, it's now back on track to hit Broadway in 2016 before hopping the pond. For those about to rock, we salute you.
Hi, I'm Valerie Harper, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
Our star of the week is Ryan Murphy for directing the HBO movie adaptation of Larry Kramer's powerful play The Normal Heart with intelligence, sensitivity, and obvious passion. The piece takes an unflinching look at the early days of the AIDS crisis, and to tell that story, Murphy assembled an all-star cast led by Mark Ruffalo, Matt Bomer, and Julia Roberts, alongside a long list of Broadway actors. Here's to you, Ryan Murphy. You got everything right with this tale of love, politics, and heartbreak. And for that, you're the star of the week.
The cast of the Tony-nominated Jazz Revue After Midnight is used to having big stars stop by to say hello, but this week they welcome none other than talk show queen Oprah Winfrey. Oprah has been teasing us for years about making her Broadway debut, and fingers crossed she'll be starring in Night Mother in 2015. Until then, check out this great shot by Broadway.com photographer Bruce Glickus featuring Oprah chilling backstage with Fantasia Barrino, who is back at Harlem's hottest nightclub through June 8th. Want to be like Oprah? Of course you do. Head to the Brooks Atkinson Theater to catch After Midnight.
Hey, what's up? This is Saul Williams from Holla If You Hear Me, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
Dozens of big-time Broadway stars turned out for the Drama League Awards on May 16th, one of the many fancy-schmancy celebrations of the theater season that take place at this time of year. With all the schmoozing that attendees are required to partake in, we wondered how they keep up their energy. So we asked them what exactly they were hopped up on that morning.
What am I hopped up on? Well, I brought my cup of coffee.
It's honestly adrenaline and fear.
Those little Debbie cakes that like roll up with the cream inside, no joke. Life and Pop-Tarts. Caffeine and eggs, baby.
Caffeine, wellness formula, and breath mints.
Whole Foods hickory smoked bacon.
Well, amphetamines, caffeine.
I have had a lot of Earl Grey tea, like too much.
I had 2 cups of coffee that were in the fridge from yesterday.
Caffeine.
Coconut oil.
I'm on gum.
Right now, a couple cups of coffee and some oatmeal.
I'm hopped up on nothing but the glory of the Lord in this present moment.
A bit of whiskey and coffee, one to bring me up and one to bring me down. It's the working class man's cocaine and heroin.
Nothing. 2 shots of espresso is the only thing in my stomach right now. I'm hoping for some more coffee.
I suppose like Diet Coke and nicotine.
I'm hopped up on, is it kombucha? That fermented stuff.
I have an amazing cocktail going right now of Emergency, Airborne, and Alka-Seltzer Cold and Flu.
Caffeine.
I'm kind of hopped up on our play.
I'm hopped up on love, and I'm getting fucked.
Thumbs up to 4-time Tony winner Harvey Fierstein. He's in talks for his recently extended and Tony-nominated play Casa Valentina to be adapted for film. It has not yet been decided whether the movie would be big screen or cable bound, but no matter. This tale of a discreet venue for men who enjoy dressing up and acting as women is always going to be anything but a drag to watch.
Yes, we're thrilled Harvey is still making big moves in the movie industry, but this week we're giving a thumbs down to those people who only know Fierstein as the guy who transformed Robin Williams into Mrs. Doubtfire. In his Broadway.com Tony nominee secrets video, the 4-time Tony winner, Emmy nominee, and activist confessed that no matter what else he does, people will always remember him as Williams' makeup artist brother in the hit film. Don't worry, Harvey. To me, you'll always be Yao from Mulan.
We know it's not fair that some people get Tweet of the Week 2 weeks in a row, but we call them like we see them, and Broadway queen Audra McDonald, who plays Billie Holiday in Lady Day, wrote, "Fun fact, there were no cell phones or texting in 1959. Billie gets very confused when she sees people using them during her show." Follow this 5-time Tony winner at Audra Equality MC, and then turn off your damn cell phone.
Last week, we asked you which TV hottie you'd like to see jump from the small screen to the Broadway stage. Mad Men's John Hamm or Sherlock's Benedict Cumberbatch? Whoa, Cumberbitches, you really turned out, giving your man a whopping 96% of the votes. Now on to this week's Smackdown. As you surely know, there are 2 fierce men in heels on Broadway right now. Tony winner Billy Porter, still raising it up as Lola in Kinky Boots, and Tony nominee Neil Patrick Harris, showing off his feisty side as Hedwig in Hedwig and the Angry Inch. Now, we know both of them can win awards, but who would win in a knockout, drag-out street fight? Lola or Hedwig? Tweet your vote to Broadway.com with the hashtag #BWaySmackdown and tune in next week to find out the winner.
Thanks for watching this week's episode of the Broadway.com show. Before you go, check out Tony nominees Bryce Pinkham and Jefferson Mays' Tonight Show performance of I Don't Understand the Poor from the 10-time Tony-nominated A Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder. See you next week.
They're rising above and it's work they love, but I don't understand the poor.
They're rising above and it's work they love, but I don't understand the poor.
Where's the dignity?
Where's the dignity?
Where's the pride?
Where's the pride?
The ignominy. Oh, putting the lame and the halt aside, why accept charity? I am perplexed by their attitude. I contend we extend them too much latitude. My tenants have no excuse. At Christmas I give them a goose. Where's the integrity? Where's the gratitude? I don't...